Howdy, everybody. Hope y'all having an absolutely fantastic day. We are here for Chasing Embers Session 3, and I think we're going to just hop right into it with Scott, who was that way. Actually, he's over there. Recap, if you will. Somewhere.
All right. Well, yes. Previously, having rescued Ia from her kidnapping and recovered the gold from for her bid, the party continued to escort her towards Miner's Folly. Having rested for the night, they head on, and during the day of travel, they get ambushed by a group of bandits. During which Corin, his Drake, and Ia take a lot of shots from the bandits' crossbows. After a short rest and heading on, Itella noticed that the party are getting trapped in a forest illusion, greatly slowing their progress. Due to this, the gold is put into their bed sacks after they had broken out of said illusion, and the two druids both turn into horses to rush up to make up for lost time. This causes an issue as they reach the grand tree, as while Itella was able to run around, Sar runs straight into the tree, leading to the bandits having a good opportunity to attack. These bandits are also defeated, but due to much damage and exhaustion, the party settle by the tree for the night, expecting about 2 days' journey ahead, but also 2 days until the auction takes place.
Specifically, 2 days by horseback.
Yes, by horseback.
Mm-hmm.
2 days rushing.
Run! So, I think we're going to come to the next morning as you guys all wake up in various parts of the tree. Some of you who aren't used to such sleeping conditions, probably a bit of a stiff back and other things, if you will. But you all wake up. I don't know that anybody got up early enough to make any squirrel bacon this time. But you all do wake up rested, if a bit sore, some more than others, Sar, for example. But you're all rested and ready to go when you would like to. Assuming there's nothing you guys want to do this morning. No conversations you want to have or anything. As you probably, scrounge together your rations out of your packs and eat those.
Real quick, my Drake ended with a little bit of damage last time. Would he heal from the sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. I already fixed that, thinking that was the case, but just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure. So let's just go with yes. So yeah, if there's anything you guys want to talk about first, if not, you guys got 2 days from this moment, and 2 days worth of travel left.
And I mean, our characters are aware of that, so we should get going, right?
I think you guys would be pretty aware of the rough time frame that you guys have left. Maybe not exact
in particular, as we were
minute
just
to the
rushing
hour.
to try to make up for it. Yeah.
You guys know that you have no wiggle room anymore, is kind of what we're talking about here.
Right.
Or no real, significant wiggle room. But if you guys would like to carry forward, you can feel free to do so.
Yeah. And so I'll sort of groggily get up thinking, I guess back to being a horse again.
Horse time.
Better than a mule.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to get the horse tokens ready. That's fine, no biggie. Much the same setup as before. You guys both go horse. One of you carries Aya and Corwin, and the other carries Helena, and the gold is split pretty evenly between you. And you guys can...
Should we should we count it? Do we know? We just can't. We had an accident last night. Everything went flying. I don't know that matters, but
you could. But I also don't know that any of you knew the exact amount of gold that was there.
Yeah.
Nobody counted it before. It was just that's a lot of gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody came over to it, which is good.
Oh, that's true. Because you were there. You were next to it the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm not counting this early in the morning.
Yeah, it's more or less just make sure we're not leaving any of it, or after the.
Now that you hit daylight, you guys can sort of look around the area and make sure nothing fell out of it and got knocked to the side of the road or anything if you want. You can spend a little bit of time to do that.
That would be wise.
Like 10-15 minutes, sort of just search about.
Yeah.
So we'll take those 10-15 minutes to doze a little more.
But not as a horse yet.
Well,
No, yeah.
can't they sleep standing up? I mean, you could just become the mule and then take a nap.
It could, but it would just, drain your hours. But anyway, yeah, so why don't you give me a perception check, Corwin? Is anybody going to give him a hand?
Yes.
Fair.
15.
Yeah, I'll take a look around.
I don't think it's going to be perception because you guys aren't spending a significant amount of time on it, which might potentially change it to investigation. So just perception. Yeah, no, I mean, you guys are looking around. You don't see any gold that's fallen to the side or gotten kicked to the side of the road or anything. Don't really find anything of interest now.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I don't see nothing here. We might as well get going.
All right, stretches and horsifies.
Everybody use the bathroom before we get going.
I'm picturing Animorphs now.
Yeah.
Oh man, the cover turning into a horse. But anyway, whew, childhood. Okay. Yeah, you guys continue towards the auction, and despite the fact that on all of these maps you're going south, you guys are technically going north. I can't. So I made that mistake in last night's game too, and I was like, wait, all these are flipped. What did I do? Well, we're here now, all right? You're going south on this map to go north on the other map. That's what's happening. Not that there is another map, but you get it. Yes. I think you guys progress the majority of the day on horseback. About your rough 3-4 hours. I think it's 3 hours because you're all the two druids are level 3, and then you have to take a short rest, and then go another 3 hours by horseback, which is much faster than if you guys were just walking the whole time. So it's definitely worth doing. It's probably about halfway through the second, like by horseback. Yeah, okay. I think you guys have probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, become a bit more attentive to, are we looping? Is, the scenery being a little funky? There definitely comes a moment where all of you sort of like start to think, oh, maybe we're just like looping past the same thing again and again, and you get a little nervous. But then you start to pass what looks like an abandoned farm just like on the side of the road as you guys are going by, and that sort of like shakes loose that fear. As you're passing this farmhouse, can I get all of you to give me a perception check? This high perception party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. It's entirely up to you guys what you want to do about this. So, well, first off, to be clear, this is 3 hours, an hour short rest, so that's 4 hours, and then another 2 hours. So you guys are about 7 hours. That's about the point you guys are at. 7 hours into your day's worth of travel anyways, so there'd only be about an hour left in standard, 8 hours a day travel. You see a pretty bad storm rushing up over the horizon. Sar, what would you like to do? You're currently a horse, so communication of
yeah,
such a
I was
thing
just
is...
thinking that. Yeah.
Wait,
so I assume it's
That's my
the
mistake.
horizon up ahead of us.
Yeah. Both horses noticed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not that helps.
The horses have become spooked.
Yeah.
Did you say we just
Sawhorse will look at Itelahorse and sort of just slow down to like just a more like walk and
Slow to a walk. Yeah, gotcha.
sort of
Mothership, what was your
gesturing
question?
sort of at the sky up ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Can I see ahead? Is there, are we headed towards a hill, a mountain, or are we in a valley, or?
Okay, so it's sort of like clear open field, much like this was before the giant tree came along. There's sort of like clear greenish field between like two sides of a forest, or maybe even two separate forests. You're not super sure. Again, directly ahead is where the storm is coming from, and off to one side, we'll just call it the right for the time being.
Sure.
Off to the right is this like what looks like a abandoned farmhouse. The storm is it's coming on pretty quick, and it looks pretty bad. I feel like, as druids, you know both of those points, and Corwin probably would too if he had seen it, but at the moment he hasn't noticed it.
Okay, I'm also going to slow down, and I'm going to sit down, which should make the two of them slide off.
And horses sitting always looks weird, so yeah.
But yes, then it works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then change back.
Yes.
Just say, bad storm coming, we need to take shelter.
Yeah. Could I do a nature check looking at the storm, like to get to see if I have an idea of how long this storm would take to pass?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
A length of time.
A length of time.
Yeah, definitely time. Will take time.
To be clear, Sar's not sat down and changed back yet. Still just sort of looking at like what everyone's plan is.
Yeah.
Based on that, I think, we should go to the building, right? That's the shelter? The farmhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, for amongst farm fields, that would be the only shelter.
Makes sense to me. I agree. Let's head there.
Yeah, so you guys... Sorry, go ahead.
I said okay.
Okay, you guys head over to the direction of the farm. You notice, first and foremost, it's like super overgrown as opposed to weeds and stuff. Like, absurdly tall, like huge stalks of corn and stuff, as well as like other just different plants, and the normal like weeds and stuff just sort of like snaking their way across the walkway. It seems like it's probably been abandoned for a hot minute, but also that like give me a nature check, druids. Actually, Corwin, you can do so as well.
I was just gonna say, can I nature check this?
Yeah. Yeah, you can say, all three of you can say, it's not looking particularly natural, but it's also not looking particularly hostile. Like, this is the result of something unnatural. But currently doesn't look to be a problem.
To be clear, what exactly is looking unnatural, sorry?
The like level of plant growth, like these overgrown like corn stalks and other types of plants that have just severely overgrown, like past what they should.
Sure.
Like, not larger than they would be, just overgrown.
Well, no, both. Definitely larger than they would be too. But again, Corwin, you might not be sure about this second half, which is this is clearly the result of some like magical like tampering. But it's done. It's not currently taking place. It's already occurred. This is the result. So the two druids would know that.
I'm going to ask, is it thickly overgrown, or are each individual plant just taller than you would expect?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so it's like pretty thick. Like where you would normally expect the different weeds and vines to choke out all the corn and stuff, instead the corn is just continuing to grow as the different weeds wrap around it.
Okay, so someone possibly tried to mix magic with their farming.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Could I do a survival or whatever would be appropriate to determine, like, if I could figure out how long ago I thought somebody had been here besides us?
Yeah, if you want to like check the walkway as you head up to the house for tracks and stuff, yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Does
Survival
anybody
or
have
yeah,
detect
survival.
magic?
Survival.
Anyone have what? Sorry.
Oh, does anyone have detect magic? Because I don't.
I don't.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anyone's been
I'm still
here
in horse form,
recently.
just trotting up the drive.
Recently.
It doesn't look like anyone's been here recently, no.
Okay. I relay that as I determine it to everyone. Looks
Okay.
like we're the only people who've been here in a while.
Mhm. Yeah, if you guys want to head inside, you absolutely can.
If I'm right.
Yeah.
I
I think we need to go in.
Yeah, you guys can go in. I think purely the map's not going to be like totally accurate, but purely for the sake of actually having something, I think we might want to do that abandoned house we had in the first session, just so you guys have something visually to look at.
Ignore holes and floors.
No holes in floors, but it's like the same general style of house and so on. In fact, let me just delete everything here.
I volunteer to, investigate, to go in first and just look around and, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With you guys right behind me, if you want to be, but I'll go in first.
I'm assuming you guys can't see anything because of what I just did.
Okay.
Yeah. While they go in, Sal will sort of just focus on like dismounting like the gold sacks in a sort of appropriate place, like near, probably near the door, in order to be able to drag them in and just sort of get set up like that.
Oh, now what? Night vision, save. There you go. What, I just had to click save and it worked again? Interesting. I don't know why it's requiring me to do that, but you should all be able to see now. Can everyone see?
Oh, I can see. I've been able to see all along.
Yeah, I could see the whole
Yeah,
time.
so could I.
Oh, on my screen, nobody could see. Calm down, Roll20. Yeah. So think of it as like very largely like a similar layout to the previous house that you guys had been in, but maybe looking a little more recent with a few changes. Like there's no door to the basement off to the right. There's no spider webs up here, stuff like that. Or fewer spider
And
webs,
there's
I should say.
actually furniture in there, right?
Some. Excuse me, but it's all like pretty worn out.
Mm.
Is it just one room? There's no other rooms.
I don't know if you guys... Is this the same issue as before where I made the dynamic lighting too thick? The walls are too thick and you can't see the doors? Is that what we're dealing with?
Yes, it
I
is.
think I can make out a door there.
Barely, yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's just like a couple of pixels line.
Yeah.
So these look almost like possibly bedroom doors. Off to the if you were to go straight and right, there'd be like the kitchen, like a kitchen door kind of situation. If you guys want to explore around, or you just want to rest the night and not even deal with anything.
So
all are options.
this is sort of like 8 hours in, so it's probably only like 4 or 5 o'clock, right? Probably closer to 4ish. Because we
because you
left fairly promptly in the
basically-
morning.
Yeah, so it's probably like 4:30ish, give or take. And it's more you guys wanting to wait out the storm necessarily than anything else. It might be. It might also be a scenario of, hey, we might have to go to sleep now, and then once the storm passes, travel then to keep up on time, kind of thing. But that's up to you guys. And if you guys can sort of see the doors, you can go in and explore those.
I would suggest our priority is to, gain shelter and be ready to move on. But I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I mean, I gotta investigate a little bit. Go put my ear to that door, you know what I mean? So
We need to make sure there's nothing
anybody
else
else can do
in
that.
here.
But Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we need to check first. Okay.
Sure.
And I think all of you lot will have had some time to do stuff before Sar has sort of dismounted and dragged the gold bags in after arriving.
Makes sense.
My Drake can help with moving stuff.
Sure. Pick a door. I'll be the one you start with.
Well, I mean, once I'm investigating, my Drake would be with me, but like after moving that stuff.
If you start with moving
Otherwise,
this stuff, that's totally fine.
yeah, I think I would just go to, this door.
I'm going to follow him just because he shouldn't be going along.
Sure. Yeah, you want to put your
There we go.
ear to the door. Give me a perception check.
Oh,
Yeah, the first thing you note is it sounds. So the storm was getting like pretty close to you guys, and as you put your ear to the door, it doesn't really sound like you're listening to a room in a building. It sounds like you're listening to the outside.
right.
So you
I
kind
turn
of hear
around.
the storm kicking up.
Gotcha. I turn around and say, I think this room's exposed to the outside, so it's getting stormed on. We can still explore it, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Peek through the keyhole.
I was going to say, crack open the door a tiny bit and look through.
Okay. All right, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so you sort of crack open the door. The first thing of note you see is that a very large plant from like the backyard has like smashed through the wall and like collapsed onto a bed and then continued to grow.
Jeez.
Give me another perception check. I'm trying to tilt this thing, but it's not.
Oh, I got something in my eye. Ah,
Well, you're sort of looking. You're sort of peering past into the like wind, right? So you do see that like this like massive plant is like collapsed on top of a bed. If I tell is like they're right behind you, like you said, you can also roll a perception check.
Do I recognize the type of plants?
I mean, don't let the tokens deceive you. Most of them are farming plants. I just don't have that token.
Oh, so most of them are just regular.
Yeah,
okay.
like this one. Imagine this one is like just like a
Okay.
gargantuan gourd that like grew through the wall and smushed a bed. But yeah, give me a perception check as well.
Viney plants. Yeah, gourds and melons and okay. What?
As well as the corn around the corner and stuff. Yeah, perception as well.
Okay. I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. Core. Perception.
I mean, a 10 is going to be enough to see that there's some skeletons on the bed crushed beneath the plant. So that might be what happened to whoever was doing some magic nonsense here.
Awesome, boy. Or how many? I'm just curiosity. How many skeletons?
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. It is a single, as in it is one bed, not a single bed. Those are different things. It is one bed, but it looks like there's maybe two, maybe three.
I'm just thinking an old couple that died together, and now the plants are,
Could be.
who knows? Okay. That's
as the
natural.
storm
That's
kicks
natural.
up, like blowing against you. You're starting to get wet as the rain's like coming through the hole in the wall and the roof.
Anyway.
I mean, have I established that there's nothing, dangerous alive in that room? Like the skeletons aren't
definitely.
moving. I haven't seen the skeletons actually, right?
No,
I mean,
you haven't. It looks just to you. It just looks like a giant plant smashed through the wall, crushed a bed, and that's it.
Right. Like I guess the question is if I am still unaware that it's a completely devoid of danger room, I would continue to investigate actually.
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look like there's any danger.
Okay.
Like certainly, especially with that roll, it doesn't look like you don't see anything dangerous. You're just like sort of like squinting against the raging storm at this point.
Okay. I turn back. I think this room's safe. what do you guys want to do?
Look at the other one.
I'll do that too if you want me to. If nobody else wants to.
Yeah.
Okay.
At
Close
this
to the
point,
door,
I
I
think
assume.
Sar's probably finished at least dragging these into the foyer.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure that I can... Oh, there it is. Am I at the next door?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little hard. I'm kind of zoomed out too, but okay. Listen at the door. Perception.
Yeah, roll it. You do not hear the raging storm outside like you did before. If that helps. No raging storm here.
Okay, I convey that real quick. Sounds like this room's intact. And then peer through, or wait until Itella is behind me. Again, same procedure, then peek through.
Okay.
Yeah. Despite the lack of actual furniture, there is a bed and like a nightstand in here. They're like old and dusty, and atop the like the actual like sheets or blankets or what have you are like just filthy with dust. Like maybe this was a guest room or something at some point.
No creatures or nothing.
There's nothing
dangerous.
else in there. No.
Was there another room? Or was that the only two?
Directly south of you.
Okay, unless it looks empty, should we try the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sar's really just playing catch up now. Like after he came in, took a peek into the room that they'd already checked, and then took a peek into the room that they'd already checked over here.
For sure. Is that the 13? No, that wasn't another one.
No, that was
As you peek into the room and see dust everywhere.
right. That was an erroneous. Okay, but this one, there we go. So that's listening.
Yes. You do not hear anything, like practically at all.
Sounds quiet.
And it's like,
Everybody ready?
Ready.
And then crack the door open.
yeah, in here, despite the lack of actual tokens and things, you see numerous shelves and some and like an alchemy lab and some other numerous alchemy equipment things. If it'll let me move the door, there we go.
Ah.
Oh, I moved the whole wall. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Yeah.
No danger, no creatures.
Not that you see, no.
Take a step in. Take in the whole room.
Yeah. It looks like it just looks like a small alchemy lab.
Okay, I would suggest if nobody's rushing in, I would suggest I should search it for traps, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that survival?
Yes.
So,
Sorry, for traps. I'm so sorry. I didn't catch that question. No, you can just search for traps with perception. Or
Okay.
investigation, but investigation does take longer. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't want it to take very long. I just want to do a thorough kind of, once around the room and make sure none of the floorboards or, spring traps or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, you as you're searching around, sort of like trying to keep at a distance, you do see that there does seem to be like a loose board, and there's like a glint right beneath it, directly in front of the shelf full of different alchemy vials and stuff, alchemical vials and things.
I'll further investigate that. Can I easily open it, or?
If you sort of, I think with the 25, it doesn't look like necessarily like a storage compartment. It looks like a trap that's designed to flip up when someone stands in front of the shelf.
Oh, okay. Can I? Well, am I good at? Can I disarm stuff? I'm not necessarily. I don't think I even have.
think you have any of the tools that could do that.
Okay, I call out immediately. There's a trap here. And if anybody can do anything about traps.
I would like to step in and just how full are the shelves?
It's 4 shelves with a bunch of empty vials. I mean, they're very full, but only a handful of the vials on the shelves have anything in them. So it's mostly empty bottles. And don't forget that Helena, I believe you have the toolkit to do traps. Which we may have forgot to add to your sheet in between sessions because we talked about it. About you being where are you? Let's check.
I think I might be able to take a stab at it, but I did think maybe
Because you
would
do
be
have
better
thieves
at it.
tools, Helena. You do have those, which are for picking locks, disarming traps, and then Tinker's tools can sort of do the same thing, but not as well. And Tinker's tools is what we were going to add to your sheet, but that's neither here nor there because you can disarm the trap with your thieves tools if you'd like.
Sure. I thought it was just for like locks and stuff.
No, it's for both. It is for both.
Any sort of fine fiddly stuff like that.
I mean, technically, you could work on a watch with it. It just you wouldn't have the extra pieces for the watch, Yeah, if you want to roll it at with dexterity.
Well, as upon them calling out that there's a trap over there, Sar will have come over and on seeing Helena going for sorting it, Sar will cast guidance on her.
You got this.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, that'll actually be sufficient. Sorry. You can't roll less than a 1 with guidance. 14 was the DC, so it's sufficient. Sorry.
Oh.
I kind of skipped ahead there. Didn't even let you roll the guidance. But no, that is a success. Like as you're sort of like pulling it back, like very carefully, it looks like something that was like more hastily created and then more meticulously hidden, if you understand what I mean. Like the trap itself, not super high quality, but it was well hidden.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
There too.
Huh?
Well, I think that determines that this building is essentially safe enough for us to basically rest in and then get moving. If anybody needs any, know-me assistance, I'm around. Otherwise, I would say let's get rested and move and keep moving on. In that interim, I assume anybody can check out alchemy stuff and whatever else is around. But
I think as you guys are sort of looking around, I think one thing I do want to give you is it's the highest perception that was rolled. It is the 25 then, and it wasn't quite in the right place. It's giving you too much. Yeah, so you guys can sort of like start settling down and figuring out where you want to sleep and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Sal sort of ask Corwin. So, yeah, this was the only place that had traps here. That like the other rooms, they're good, are they?
I didn't thoroughly search those.
But
yeah, didn't see any traps doesn't mean there aren't any kind of scenario.
correct.
True.
Oh, okay. Upon hearing that, Sal will cast resistance on himself.
Sure.
Because I think you mentioned that up in this room there was some just wardrobes and things, or chest of drawers or something.
Nightstand, yeah.
Nightstand, yeah. Just in order to go and just check out the nightstands and whatnot.
Sure.
See what was left behind.
Yeah, if you want to sort of pull open the nightstand, just no, I mean no trap or anything. It is like you pull it open, it's like of dust, which at first you're like, oh god, it's a trap, but no, it's just very
Deck
dusty.
save.
That much dust.
It's just very dusty, which could be a trap.
Constitution save against coughing.
Right. Inside you do see like a small leather-bound notebook, as well as what looks like a pouch, like a money pouch.
That money pouch is in my pouch, and pick up and just sort of wander out while sort of opening and starting to read said what was it that you, what were the exact words that you used?
Oh, it's a leather-bound notebook.
Leather-bound notebook. Yeah.
I mean, there's really, like, you're flipping through, you do that thing where you open in the middle, right? And you start flipping, like, forward and backward. There's, like, absolutely nothing in it. You get to the very first page, and it's like scrawled something about, moving in with grandparents for a while. And then the next page is just smeared with, like, a handprint of blood. Which is a bit disconcerting, considering it was tucked away nicely on a shelf.
So yeah, like while I was sort of flipping through and like just as exiting the door and into the sort of more communal space, Sarah just said, "Looks like this person wound up regretting moving in with their grandparents."
So sad.
Yeah.
I would like to go into the kitchen area and see if I can prepare a decent meal. And
Sure.
some things like that, so that for tomorrow, so we can just get up and go.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like do some thorough cleaning on the stove, but it's not you could definitely do it.
Okay. And then I'm also going to suggest that we only take a short rest and see how the storm is. And if we can go, we should go.
Sure, that
I
makes
agree.
sense.
Makes sense.
Yay.
Such wisdom.
Yeah, so
We all know it's the right thing to do.
right. I mean, I'd say it take you a little while to like actually clean the stove, and then you get to cooking something in this stove, probably just some of the food you have on you, and you can cook that up, right? Cook that up. I think I said.
With someone else helping speed it up,
Yeah, absolutely.
I would help.
It's pretty dirty.
Yeah, no, I'll help speed things up.
It's
Yeah, he doesn't want to eat dirt in his food.
left abandoned and all that.
There's no stock in the kitchen at all. I mean, there's no.
This area to the north of you, well, you can't see it because you're not over by directly to the north of the stove, is like sort of a shelf pantry section. That has like here, I'm gonna move you. So directly to the north where you see that spider web. Again, in the other iteration of this house, the place was stripped clean, so there were no shelves. In this one, there's different dried herbs and stuff up there. Most of which like seasonings, right? Stuff that would hold for a couple years. And probably be fine.
Definitely use those. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you can use some of that to just season whatever you're making.
Trying to think what I would make. What did we kill?
Wait, did you guys kill anything other than like humanoids?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not last time.
Not today.
Not recently, no. You do have some rations that you could probably make taste better than rations without too much
probably.
effort. Alright, so we're gonna have some pan-fried, like, road rations. Just a little bit of sage. Yeah, no, you absolutely.
Fried and seasoned spam.
Yeah. Yes.
Basically, yes.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my god, fried bologna.
Oh, yeah,
Spam's good.
I
like
know.
spam. Especially fried.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, so you can have so that probably speeds it up from like close to an hour to like less than half an hour to clean it up and get some of like those rations cooking up and in a way that's a bit more palatable for the group. And I'm so sorry. I sort of blanked out when I was trying to figure out how much you guys would know at this point. Did you, Corwin, say you were doing something in the potion room? Or were
Not
you
really.
just
I
saying
mean, I
you were
just
leaving?
I checked it for traps, made sure it was okay, kind of made the assumption, maybe alchemy was more somebody else's thing. My whole point was just to make sure the whole place was safe and secure first.
Yeah, it seems to be. So the other two, Helena and Sar, went in there, and are you guys now looking at the potions while they're,
Yeah.
cleaning up the stove and stuff? Yeah. I mean, whether or not you guys know exactly what they do, at the very top shelf there seems to be like a one, like sort of decently large. I guess it's a vial, right? Like an actual potion bottle that seems to have like this almost like thick, sparkly green liquid in it. And then there's a bunch of empty vials of very, very similar size, or exactly the same size, really. Up below that, there appears to be just like an entire shelf of empty vials. Below that, there's more like the size of potion bottles you guys have seen before, as well as 7 like red vials, like potion bottles filled with some sort of red liquid. On the very bottom shelf, it's completely empty except for like as in no potions whatsoever, except for one that's about yay big, and it's like this like thick like void black liquid that you don't really know what that is. It's by itself on the bottom, in reach of children. Maybe that's a problem.
I'm thinking like with like herbalism and whatnot, with these probably not likely to actually have much familiarity, but I'm wondering if with the trading and transporting of less than legal goods, if there's any that Tsar might be able to roll to see if they could or could not recognize, or if they're too niche.
So why don't you give me a history check? And it's going to be like your history and familiarity with this topic. I'd say you've other than taking cues from your experience with such things, like the black one on the bottom that's like really small is probably like maybe some kind of poison. It certainly looks like it's packaged that way. What exactly that means, you're not sure. Anything you want to do, Helena?
I think I might pick up that green one and start swirling it around.
Yeah. So you do. It's like decently sized, right? You sort of like, as you do, it starts to go from like it's sort of sparkly to like the sparkles just start to like glint and like spin all around in this like thick ooze. Yeah, it's not like anything you've ever seen. If we're being honest. Sorry, my ear is ringing. But yeah, it is decently large, and you're relatively certain it's like not one dose of potion, right? Given its size, it's either not a potion or multiple doses of potion. If you understand what I mean.
Is it like, how big is it?
It's probably like just a little bit bigger than your head. Like it's pretty big. Whereas like a normal potion is like, like that big, and you pop it open, you drink it, and it's like, oh, I'm healed now,
Yeah, and it's in a sort of like volumetric flask sort of thing, is it?
Yeah, it's like pretty big around.
Yeah. So yeah, probably like half a liter or a liter or something.
It's definitely smaller than like a gallon of water, like a gallon jug. But only just.
I think I'm just gonna like hold it for now, and like maybe when the rain stops, like dump a little on the ground.
Okay.
Because I imagine if I saw green, I was like, green plants, maybe?
That's a fair assumption. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. That works.
Hold on. You mentioned the sort of shelf of empty flasks. Are they all larger ones, or are there many sort of smaller?
Oh, they're the
flasks?
like sort of more normal sized ones that you're familiar with.
Sure.
And then again, the one above that, and then below the green was with the 7 reds. If you wanted to grab those, write those down, what have you.
Not. I mean, waste not, want not. Don't know exactly what they do, but
Well, I mean, I'm almost positive all of you have a healing potion, and you look at this, and it certainly looks like a healing potion. An assumption could be made. Is that a safe assumption? Who knows?
Yeah.
But it would be your first thought looking at them, because you've definitely seen healing potions before.
Yeah. In fact, is there like a table out in the sort of common area?
Yeah, imagine there's an unbroken table.
Yeah. So yeah, like the healing potions. So just sort of, or the things that he suspects are most likely healing potions. So I'll just sort of put them out on the table in the center. And was it just the sort of green sparkly one that's in the larger container, or was there another one?
Just that one. There were a lot of empty ones of the same size next to it. But again, empty.
Yeah. Well, so actually, so I'll ask Helena, who's sort of inspecting it and swirling it around. That's probably a bit big to take with us. Shall we, like, try decanting that into some of these smaller glasses?
Sure. That's probably a good idea. Not sure what it does, though.
Yeah. I can't say I've seen one like this either.
Do you have the tools to do so safely?
Nope.
Do you want to see if the lab has the tools to do so safely?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
All SAR has with regards to that is like a herbalism kit.
No, you in the lab there are definitely the tools to, decant from a larger vial to a smaller vial safely.
Yeah.
Good thing you checked.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys can do that, and I imagine just based on the sort of timing of everything, the food's finishing up as you're sort of like pouring the last of that into a smaller container, which gets you what, like six of the smaller as the green. So however useful that's going to be when you figure out what it does. And then your chefs bring you food, however they want to do that. No.
I don't know that I'm cooking. I'm just an assistant in this situation.
That's fair.
I can set a table and I can serve people. I'll expect a tip, but
I imagine that's probably what you're doing now. Is like you set it. You're setting it. You're like, hey, get off the table. You start like putting silverware on the table, and that's about the state.
While SAR's putting healing potions at least on the table. Like no, this is where food goes here.
Food goes. Stop. Fantastic. Yeah, it sounds like she hopped up for a minute. Just for the sake of it.
So, my goal was to make enough food for this meal as soon as we get up in the morning, and then one while traveling.
Okay, sure.
So we wouldn't even have to stop. We could eat while going.
Sure. Here, let's use this round table. You guys, you're going to sit at the round table.
Oh, how nice. Oh, no, that means we have to look at each other?
Maybe. Alright, the food is done. You have, I'll give it to you over the course of like an hour. That's going to push this to slightly over a short rest. But I imagine it's a scenario where the short rest finishes, you look outside, the storm's like almost past, but it's not fully past. So you're like,
Yeah.
I'll give it another 20 minutes. You cook a little bit more food kind of scenario. But at the moment, you guys are all sitting around this table. If you guys want to have any conversations or anything, now's the perfect opportunity. And while you guys do that, I'm going to hop up and use the restroom. So chat away, please.
Yes. So I'll bring up that. Okay. Yeah. Looks like these, at least correct me if any of you know better. To me, look like they're healing potions. Like pulls out one of his, like this one. And yeah, they're just available there. We're not sure what these other things do. And pulls out a wee handful of the sort of green ones that he and Helena had decanted and just sort of shoved them into the table.
Interesting. I don't really know anything about potions. I think I would recognize a health potion. So if you know what I mean, like if you're saying that's a health potion, I'd probably believe you. Okay, just assume that that's correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I've not really made potions before. Like I can do sort of balms and things, but I've not sort of ever seen potions being made and whatnot. But as far as I can tell, whenever I see something like this, I think I've only ever seen it as a health potion. These green ones, I don't think I've seen one with sparkles like that in particular.
I think I'm just going to throw out there green means growth in most things. So maybe that's a growth potion?
Could be growth, could be poison. Oh, actually, yeah, poison. And so stand up, go over to the alchemy room and come back with that one tiny vial that he reckoned was and yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that this, I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure I've seen things like this that are poisons before.
Yeah, that looks like poison.
In fact, if you want, Helena, you could also give me a history check to see if you're familiar with that. Oh yeah, not only is that definitely poison, that's poison exported from the Underdark.
Oh.
You're like, yeah, that's definitely, that is what that is. If you feel free to share that.
Yeah.
So I just go like, I wouldn't touch that. We can bring it with us. It's from the Underdark.
How would that get here?
Upon Helena saying you shouldn't touch that, Sartre quickly drops it and rolls it on the table.
Just starts rolling forward. Imagine it's like it's rolling and it's like between Corwin and Sar, and it's like about to fall off the table. You know, if anybody wants to stop it from falling.
Yeah, I would.
Might be useful.
So if I catch it, if I don't have to roll to do that, and I'm holding it, I would say, so this is dangerous to everybody else, and I put it on the table, steady, and not rolling anywhere. Say, okay.
I'll let you do it, yeah. You catch it, you're just like, no. Don't do that.
I'm just like,
How many, like, I mean, I was purposefully not really paying attention when you were decanting because I wasn't actually there in character. So, like, do I know how many potions you just were talking about health potion wise? Didn't you split it up? Or do you just have
the health potions were already in small,
okay.
like regular sized vials. It's just the green sparkly one that we split up into smaller ones.
Okay, gotcha. If it looked like you had multiple healing potions, I think I might have said, like, you know, I'll take one if you got extra.
Oh yeah, I think there is. How many did you say? Like 6 or something?
7.
Of what? whatever they might be, but yeah.
Right.
7 of the possibly healing potions.
Yeah, I'll take one of what I don't know what it is, and if it might be healing, and I'll try it, and hopefully it won't kill me right when I need to be healed.
For sure, for sure.
Yes. Yeah. And yet, like, as far as I'm up, well, as far as Sauce concerned, those are healing potions. So yeah, like, so I'll suggest that. Yeah. Shall we all like take one of these extra healing potion rounds? Because as far as I'm concerned, these must be healing potions. They look very similar.
They certainly look like it. Yeah, I mean, if all of you want to take, 1 or 2 or whatever. I mean,
I'll
there's
just grab
7.
one.
There's
I'll
7,
just grab
so-
one.
Oh, fair. Everybody grabs one, and then does Sar just hold on to the extra for now?
Unless anyone else wants to.
I put might be healing potion on my character sheet.
Yeah.
I was going to put question mark healing.
I'm putting it down as red potion.
Yeah, so you guys sort of notice the storm is starting to clear up. The sun starts to... oh, wait. It's too late at night for sun to shine anywhere. I'm so sorry. I think you guys do notice that the storm starts to clear, however. No sunlight, just the storm is clearing as...
Yeah, it's the middle of the night, right?
By the time the storm clears, it's about 7, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
7 p.m.
Yeah, like 7 p.m. So
Gotcha.
you guys got here at like 4:30, and it's been
And we have all of tomorrow to travel to get to the auction by the next day, or we got to get there by the end of, in 24 hours from now.
So it's like, if we call it 7, 24 hours from now. No, it'd probably be like, you got to get to the auction starts. You guys can be asking her this question, right? The auctions. Oh, Scott dropped. I was waiting for him to come back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Welcome.
And that was just a Discord issue.
Fair. So I figure you guys ask her
nice.
this question, right? Like,
Yes.
When does the auction start? The auction starts. It'll be like noon tomorrow. Oh wait, that's the start of our game. Ha! Oops. It starts at noon tomorrow. Oh, sorry, hold on. Noon 24 hours from now. So bad at this. So not noon tomorrow, like noon the day after, right?
Yeah.
So we get a whole nother 24, then the next
like-
noon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's like 29 hours from this exact moment,
Right.
give or take.
Yeah. I mean, more than that, but another 12. It would be 17 and 24, actually. I think.
30, 41. Oh my gosh.
Wait
Because it would have been 48 hours.
a minute. No math on the weekends. It's a rule.
No, actually, you are correct. So you guys got even more time. But it starts at like noon. Her getting there late, a little bit late, isn't that big of a deal because all the big ticket items happen at the end.
Oh.
And she's bidding
That's
on
right.
a big ticket item, but it's a variable time frame. She has no idea, how
Yeah.
long everything before that's going to take. But she's not really willing to bet her career on getting there, at 2 p.m., for example.
How many hours? So, I mean, how many hours would we know how many hours it's going to take us to just get there, no matter what? Like, how many traveling hours we have?
I mean, if you guys just went straight through, no resting, if that was somehow possible, it's not because you're using the druid's wild shape, but if that was somehow possible to travel at that full speed, it'd be about maybe 16 hours of just straight non-stop travel.
Okay. That kind of gives us a day, right? That gives us a whole day of wiggle room. So we don't have to necessarily plow through things or
You don't have to kill yourself
full
trying to
speed
get
ahead.
there,
Yeah, like if we're
Yeah.
going to start to travel overnight, we cannot plow into trees. You know? So
Yeah, though something to bear in mind is
Oops.
with because it's like with the druids and horse riding, for every 2 hours there's basically a down hour. So the 16 hours.
Well, it's every
would-
3 hours, right? Every 3 hours there's a down hour. Because it's your level hours.
Yes, yeah. So it's an extra 25% on the time. So
So it would probably be
that
closer to 20 hours.
gets us
of
to about
travel.
20 hours. Yeah.
Too much math.
Exactly. No, that 20's right on. Yeah.
Too much
So we
math.
got. I mean, we could
Roughly
technically. Well,
20 hours.
I think we
would
should
work.
travel. I was trying to determine if we, if we really needed to travel any more tonight, or, you know what I mean.
I think at this current stage, it's not a rush yet. You're just aware of the timeline that you have. So resting now versus resting later wouldn't make a huge difference for the timeline we've established.
Right.
It's just how
Well,
tired you'd get.
I think if it's 7 p.m. and we've effectively finished a short rest and could travel now, I'm torn. What do you guys think?
It's straight up 8 hours of travel a
Sal
day.
says, well,
It's 8
Sal
hours of
says,
travel.
well, I'm up for.
It's 8
Sorry,
hours
go
of
on.
travel a day, and then you're starting to push yourself, which could be risky. Like that's how that works. If you guys
And we've
want
already
to do that,
done 8 hours today.
if you guys want to do that, you're totally allowed. I mean, technically you've done 7, and then the storm stopped you, but is 1 hour and then camping in the wilderness better than just staying in this house overnight? It's totally up to you.
Right.
Just trying to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Well, if we leave, I mean, if we spend the night, so we just need 5 hours, and then we could get going again, and it would be a new 8 hours. But if we can only travel 8 hours a day, if we actually do need to go past that, that's 16 hours.
At some point, you might have to push yourself. Yeah, that's what it's sounding like.
Right. Well, do we start traveling at midnight, or later, and just push more than 8 hours tomorrow, and then try to finish the rest the next morning? Like we could do 8 hours tomorrow, and then 8 hours from midnight till noon, or from 4 in the morning till noon. You know what I mean? Like if we split it over 2 days.
Yeah.
We could get there at the end of our 8 hours of travel on the day of the auction. Basically.
Yeah, so like working backwards from auction starts at noon flex, but Aya, you mentioned that it's only sort of towards the end of the auction. Like, how
Right.
late would you be comfortable leaving it? Like, arriving at 1 o'clock? How's that? Or
I'd say 1 o'clock is probably the latest I'd be willing to bet on. Any later than that, if auctions went really quick, I would have a very high chance of not making it in time, which would cost all of us our jobs technically.
okay, so let's aim for getting there at noon then. Working back from that would the day before or the day of, leaving at about 4 in the morning for an 8 hours travel. Then like a nice night's sleep before that, so that would mean that at the end of tomorrow, out of character, a long rest is technically 6 hours or something? Actually, it's character dependent, isn't it?
Yeah, a long rest is considered the full 8 hours, and that's with 6 hours
Full
of
8,
sleep.
yeah.
Is how that works. I believe is how the ruling was, but a long rest is 8 hours.
Yeah. Okay. So that means that at the end of tomorrow, we need to find a place to settle down by 8 p.m. If we sort of
If we want a
aim
long
to sort of
rest
leave
by
at
4.
4 in the morning, and
Right. I have a quick question about, if we travel for 12 hours. Because if it's horses for 3, rest for 1, horses for 3, rest for 1, and we have to push past 8 at least one of the days, we might as well do 3 more hours and just have plenty of time to deal with the next day. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna have to travel for 9 hours, why not just do the full 12? If there's some, what is the detriment to going past 8 hours?
You'll have to make you'll have to make a Constitution save based on how many hours longer than the 8 hours that you went.
And a failure would be
Exhaustion.
just falling asleep.
Exhaustion?
Okay.
You start taking levels of exhaustion. Yeah.
I am unfamiliar with how that would affect, but
Levels of exhaustion get more and more severe. It starts out pretty simple, disadvantage on skill checks, and I believe it's the 6th level of exhaustion is death. So it kind of gets pretty extreme.
we could basically risk it and then stop if we need to.
I mean, yeah, if you guys started taking a whole bunch of levels of exhaustion, but it's not like you need to make it at every hour. It's like at the end of the day when you finish your 12 hours instead of 8 hours, you make the saving throw.
Well, I guess maybe I was misthinking also. I guess if we just do 8 hours each day, we'll get there on time. So then we don't have to do that. I was thinking we would have to ride longer, at least one of the days. But if we don't have to, then yeah, no big deal. We
It
just
depends
need to...
how things go.
It really
Right.
does.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, you guys could always just,
Um,
turn this into a long rest, and then,
Yeah.
sleep till midnight, sleep till 1, and then travel for 8 hours after that. And that solves the problem,
Yeah. If we go long rest now, I guess it would be like 3 in the morning that we would wake up, and
Give or take, yeah.
we could be on the road from 4 till, I mean, heck, that would be noon. We'd have plenty of time. We wouldn't have to. Well, either way, it's 8 hours. But yeah, that works.
Yeah, and to be honest, the idea of that storm's just come over from the direction we're coming, all that ground's going to be sodden. I'm not excited about sleeping on that sodden ground.
That's also true, and totally fair. So if you guys take your long rest now and you guys leave about 3-4 in the morning, and that's what we'll go with.
Although
That's my vote.
before taking the long, that's what I'd be up for as well. What, Helena, Itella, what are you two thinking?
I think the long rest would be a good idea in the right now. But I really want to go dump one of those potions on the ground.
Yeah, it's passed over now. Yeah.
Is that something you want to do now, or do you want to do it before you guys leave?
I think now.
Okay. Are you just gonna dump the whole thing on open dry ground, or what?
Is there any dry ground?
And I thought you said it was dark outside.
It is. It's dark, but I think she can see in the dark. So. So this porch is under an awning. This whole section. Again, that's wasn't something I made clear. So if you want a dry ground, it's literally this tiny patch, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody watches from this window. She
Yeah,
just pours it on the ground.
Yeah,
I was just curious.
I am curious. Yeah.
It is dry, but there's weeds sort of snaking all under the house and under the porch and stuff. And so it's not like you're just pouring it into dirt. If you were to pour it there, you'd be pouring it onto some weeds. But everywhere else is sopping wet, mud. So it's up to you.
Yeah, I'd go for that spot.
Whole thing or just a couple drops?
The whole one.
The whole decanted vial.
Yeah, the whole singular vial. Yeah, okay, so you pour it out. All right.
Roll for initiative.
I'm just checking a thing here. Is everybody watching from the window?
Yes.
Yeah.
From exactly where I was sat, I just sort of span around in my chair.
So I think you guys are watching out the window as she pours this onto the grounds, and her Helena, your brow furrows, and everyone else notices this as well, as all of the little vines on the ground start to sort of twitch, and then they erupt upward and just start rapidly growing in every direction, even towards you, Helena, and like against the house and just all over the place. Can you give me a dexterity save, Helena? Oh no. Yeah, so these like weeds start to like wrap around you and like pull you to the ground. At the moment, you're restrained by this like massive, just like form of weeds that erupted upward and started to like push into the house and like tear through the floor and up. You're not taking any damage at the moment, but you are stuck for the time being, and I do want to know what everyone else is gonna do.
I see all that. Like
if
everything
you were
just
looking out the
described.
window, you saw it, and
Yeah,
if not,
no.
you definitely heard the creaking of the wood.
I was gonna say I was gonna go out and watch it in person, but I'll stay where I'm at. But I'm just gonna turn to my Drake and say, "Go help her." So that's my command to the Drake.
Yeah, and Sar will have been sort of watching just from the seat.
It
And
does stop
once
growing,
that
to
happening,
be clear.
like,
After about 6 seconds, it stops growing. Let's just be clear, it's not still growing.
Okay.
And Sar will sort of pull out his sickle, and at first just go over here and just sort of try cutting like towards the end of one of the tendrils that have sort of grown into the house, just to make sure it's not going to be reacting to things being done to it.
You cut it. It seems to be like whatever effect was just like and over, and now it's just very big, and you just cut it away and it falls to the ground, and now it's just like a chunk of weed. A very large chunk of weed, but it's just a chunk of weed.
Yeah, and upon Jay's realizing so, Sal would be, oh, okay, and head round and start using his sickle to sort of try to cut.
I imagine you and the
Helena
Drake
free.
are just like pulling at the vines and cutting at the vines, working together to get Helena free. So it did that. How useful that is, who knows?
What color was that?
The potion was the green one.
What's the green one? See? Green is growing.
Yeah, I think I would be like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but that was cool.
Oh, it didn't hurt you.
We should try that on some blueberries.
Oh, that'd be good.
That does explain the plants outside.
Yeah, certainly.
Yes.
Sorry, Discord playing up.
Seems to be.
Oh, you know what? You said there was big corn out there. I should have gone out and seen if there was any corn cobs to get.
I was thinking that same thing.
Oh.
Like before leaving, that's something that Sal was wanted to see if there was any sort of harvesting with his but right now it was just
Yeah, you guys can probably do
Helena
that
out.
when you wake up before you leave.
Yeah.
Although it's going to be dark upon leaving.
So
Well, I mean-
can't do that.
Well, I mean, it'll be a torch in one hand and sort of awkwardly okay, torch under one arm and sort of sickle and grabbing the...
This looks funny in my head. Okay.
Yeah.
I think as long as we're on the road by 8 in the morning, so it can be we can wait until it's light tomorrow.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
if
was
you guys
gonna say,
want
we
to.
could wait like an hour after light and then go.
Yeah. We
Right,
just have to be bedding down for the long rest by 8 p.m.
Sounds
Which is
good.
very soon at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to bed tonight and then replicate that tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
After.
Okay.
And Sal would, even though he can't sort of see well at night, he'd be keen to be up promptly while it's still dark out as well, in particular.
Oh, want to leave while
After.
summer.
Mm,
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Well, no, simply because he likes the stars and the the dark.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you if you tell anyone that, though.
Yeah. Oh.
Whatever's best for guard shifts, you know. I have
Okay.
no preference. So if SAR wanted to, take a shift at before or at the end or whatever, I'll whatever. You know what I mean? You guys pick
Sure.
first. I'll fill in the blank.
It is a bit
I don't know
easier.
what sort of season
Here.
it is. At sort of 8 o'clock, is it dark outside yet, or is it still sort of light-ish?
Oh, it's definitely dark by 8 for sure. It will be the kind of
So
scenario
yeah,
where it's like sort of
Sod-
getting dim. It's probably getting like really dim by like 6:37.
So oh, I'm just realizing I'm sort of like very different degrees north from you lot.
Right,
To
that's a
me,
good point.
that's winter. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah. Like winter here is like it's dark by like 5:30 most of the time. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. To be fair, here, winter, it's sort of like 4 o'clock, but summer it's light until like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we have our days. Usually it's dark by 7. And probably 8 would be more accurate, but not regularly. It's also in the game. It's not meant to be summer, and it's not meant to be winter. It's like ambiguously in between.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those like states and whatnot that don't really have seasons all that much. Yeah.
Oh yeah, us here. Not too crazy much, but yeah, if you guys all bed down for the evening, and I imagine like watches or sort of super loose. Just tell me who's on when, and depending on what you guys want to do.
Sarah will start off because mostly he likes sleeping in.
I think definitely in like the in the house, you wouldn't have to worry super much about having like 2 people awake at a time, so you guys could just do one person, and we'll just go start with Sar, and then we'll go who wants to go second?
Whoever needs to, I'll do it. But
All right, so we'll have Corwin and Drake. Third?
Is third the last shift?
If we're doing 2 hours apiece, fourth is the last shift.
Because I want the last shift.
Are you good with third shift, Helena?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Alrighty. So if you guys are bedding down for solid and for real at 8 p.m. Yeah, and you're sleeping
Yep.
for taking the full 8-hour rest from that point. Your rest will come to an end about 4 a.m. Itella. For the most part, the night has been like fairly uneventful. If you wanna start breakfast again, because you keep doing that.
Yep.
You just set the table with what you made last night, yeah.
Yep.
Or do you want to go out as like the sunlight is starting to barely creep up towards the tail end of 4, maybe 5. Everybody's waking up. You're like, I'm gonna go cut some corn for breakfast. Breakfast.
That's
corn.
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, sure.
There we go.
Why not? Yeah. All right. Okay, so I think as you guys are all like fully waking up, you're getting dressed. You're probably respectfully waiting for the person who said they'd make food for you, I assume. Everybody, including Itella outside, give me a perception check.
Yeah. I'm really into corn, apparently.
Very into corn.
It's the morning.
All right, so so you're out there. I don't know what tool you have to do this. Now that I think about it, what are you using to cut the corn? Or you just
A
pulling
knife
it
out of
off?
the kitchen?
That doesn't seem sufficient, does it? I don't know. I guess you could just pull it off, like pull it down.
You can. You pull it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't need a tool to remove a corn cob at all.
That's fair.
You don't. We grew corn as kids.
Yeah,
when I was
yeah,
a
I
kid.
grew up on a farm.
Just pulling
Yeah.
it. You just pulling it down.
The stalk itself, yeah, you definitely want
It's
a
like-
cutting tool.
It's
but-
like like a normal sized corn, it's like that. But these are like half again as big. They're not so gargantuan that you don't think it could occur naturally. But considering the stalk itself is literally 25 feet tall, you're like that's a little more unnatural. As you're like pulling bits of the corn down, you got like maybe 6 of these like giant things. You stuffing them in your bag, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And since everybody failed, I'll do. Yeah, okay. Right. I do think you noticed that. At the base of the corn, like the roots themselves shoot out towards your legs and just like miss. What do you do?
Startle, scream, and run.
Itella comes in the back door screaming. Oh,
That wakes me up.
Yeah.
That's the
plants
coffee
are
I needed. That's the coffee I needed. The plants are what?
Yeah, the plants are alive. There you go.
Yeah, I think at this point, now that it's been sort of something weird going on has been mentioned, you guys see that the enlarged like weeds are sort of like weaving themselves in your directions very slowly, but they're moving in your direction. You hear boards creaking from the room with the giant plant. Just resistance.
Yep.
What do you guys want to do as you hear the like creaking of the boards? And apparently, Itella's been attacked by plants. So what do you guys want to do?
I mean, are
Cast
we like
resistance
ready
on
to
myself
go?
and sort of say, okay, time to go, and start dragging the money out the front door.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's time to grab and run.
Yeah, fight our way out if we have to.
For sure. Yeah. So you guys push your way out the front door. You see that like pretty much all of these like weeds in the area are very slow, but they're all like sort of trying to make their way towards you guys. As you move, they like turn to follow you. It's kind of unsettling, but as you guys like sort of the two druids turn into the horses, and you guys sort of like round the corner to leave, with everybody else mounted up on their backs. You round the corner and you see the entirety of the the plants in the actual farmstead area, like shifting and moving very slowly, moving towards you. They're very slow, but you're starting to get an idea of why nobody comes here as you ride away. And it does seem that they're moved by the sunlight.
Looking back, I just say, man, that was a nice place to stay.
Great time, really. Fabulous. Yeah. So from there, you guys continue on your this leg of the journey. It's yeah, I'd say you guys make it about. I'm trying to keep track of when the druids have to go back. So
Yeah, hold on.
so it's 3 hours, and then you guys have to take a short rest. That's 4 hours into your journey, so it's 5 hours into your journey for this day. That is when you encounter this section of road right here. You guys don't have the cart anymore, so that's nice. But ahead, you see a overturned wagon that, from the distance, looks decently intact. Like you could probably salvage it if you wanted to. What do you guys want to do?
Investigate.
Heck
Or
yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
You woe the.
I
the
assume
horse
you
druid.
sort of infer, at least to me, that you want to slow down for this.
I got left behind, so gonna grab her. Whoa, druid! Whoa.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, as you guys creep forward, you guys can slow to a stop. Do druids remain horses?
For the time being, yes.
Yeah, I'll do a perimeter check and try to tell if there's anything around.
Give me
Pay
a
attention to
perception
the
check.
trees.
Anyone and everyone who would like to do so.
Is there any trees around? Is this a forest?
Can't see the forest for the trees.
I very nearly clicked performance, doing the sort of
Burst into the
I
tap
forget
dancing
what it's
horse.
called, the horse dance thing. It's like,
Itella, would you like to make a perception check?
rolls are not going well today.
It's
Other than that one
probably
crit.
Fine.
You know, I was thinking, oh my god, they're gonna make us pull a wagon. No.
Yeah. So, who's actually going to be investigating this overturned cart? Like, physically walking up to it, investigating it, and the things that have spilled out, and so on. I think... No, never mind. Nobody rolled high enough to see that. Yeah. It sounds like Corwin's jumping off to take a look.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Alrighty. Anybody else going with Corwin?
I'll come down.
Alright, so
At least I'm getting these nat ones out of the way on perceptions,
right?
not combat.
So if you guys, Alana, if you'd like to move yourself, Corwin, if you'd like to move yourself. To beside.
What make and model is this cart? Is it a late model cart or?
The make and model is from inside the cart. You hear a no as somebody jumps out and swings a scimitar at Helena.
Oh lord!
At advantage because it is a surprise.
Oh jeez.
No.
11 slashing damage to Helena.
Rude.
Let me pop him out because you can definitely see him now. Pop. Alright, he's out there. And if it's any consolation, some of the others don't actually get to attack. They just charge forward. Oh, actually. That's where you'd be. I realized I is in the wrong place. It's because they're all on the large SAR position, because SAR is large right now.
Yeah.
So she's actually like right behind you. Yeah, I don't know that they'd actually go for the horses, having no knowledge whatsoever that the horses are people.
Mm.
Yeah.
But this guy's coming for Aya, who's also going to get shot at. Again, deja vu, anyone? 1, 2, 3. Nope. It's a good thing you guys gave her that studded leather armor. Only the last one hits. For 3 piercing.
Wow. All with advantage.
Well, that's a surprise for you. Let me get everybody on the right layer. Oh, 4 guys. There was one more. Not bad. He hits as well. Oh. Ouchie. She is now unconscious. Apologies.
Oh.
She just slumps down on the back of the horse. She's actually there. Let me pop open the turn tracker. Everyone, roll your initiative.
Click your
Oh,
Wait,
which
so is
one?
she unconscious on my back?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one is carrying her?
I was under the impression it was Sar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
There's one behind Corwin. I just forgot to get him to the right there.
I'm working on it. There it is. Did I hit it?
I'm really glad you didn't get, torn apart by blood-sucking
Oh,
plants.
come on. I don't like that answer.
Fair enough. It's that guy. It's that guy. Let's add your... Oh, she needs to be added into... She's at 9. And then we add the Drake.
Oh, and I see that there's an ad break, so I'll use this as an opportunity to pop to loop.
Fair. Drake is... It's 12, so 12. Sending it is... Oh, Helena, you're first. You just got smacked by a guy jumping out of the back of an overturned cart. What would you like to do?
Would it be easy to just like right up close, just whip out my bow and try to shoot him with it?
You would have disadvantage. Sorry, he would be right next to you. You would have disadvantage. If he was 5 feet away, like he was a second ago, then you could do so. Well, because he's immediately next to you.
I guess I didn't get an opportunity attack when he moved.
No, I'm sorry. That is me having made a mistake earlier. It started with him jumping out of the cart.
Yeah.
So he was no longer in that space,
Right.
so no attack.
Right, exactly.
I just forgot to move the token. So, unless you... bonus action disengage to move 5 feet backward, draw your bow and shoot him. You could do that without any disadvantage, because you're a rogue.
Okay, I'm gonna jump back then and shoot him with it.
Heck yeah. No sneak attack.
I left it.
That's a hit.
How do I... But wait, do I have to like... Can I unclick it now? Or does it matter?
It might work if you unclick it on the character sheet and then click the short bow in chat. It might update. If not, we'll just ignore the sneak attack damage. Hey, just thunk, just an arrow like right in his chest. Heck, that guy. Yeah, that is damage. I believe that's your bonus action and your action. Do you want to move at all? Like you could run 30 feet in a direction if you wanted to.
Sure. I think I'll just like back up to like there.
Sure. Totally fair. Alrighty. That's it for you then. Next up is this bandit over here. Doo-doo. And he's not going to shoot at the horse. I guess this one's gonna have to go for Corwin. Not at advantage, just the 15. Does a 15 hit Corwin?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, 15's a miss. And this one is gonna have to be Helena. Oh, we're struggling today. That's a miss on Helena. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a 10 doesn't hit you. Corwin, it is your go. You're very aware a man just ran up behind you and another man jumped out of the cart in front of you.
Right. I've got, my rapier and shield out. I'm going to attack the guy right next to me.
Heck yeah.
Bonus action, gonna have, tell my Drake to also attack this guy. So that's his order. Real quick, kind of crit fishing or whatever. Would it be an advantage for me to put the Drake immediately behind him? So that we're on either side of him, or does that not matter for me?
You could move behind as well.
I was thinking about just moving the Drake right there, so that we're pincering him,
Yeah, but if you wanted to benefit yourself, that doesn't work because the Drake always goes after you.
Okay.
So if you wanted the benefit right now, you have to be the one to move.
If I sidestep but don't move away from him, there's no opportunity, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Yeah,
and I'll attack
opportunity
him.
is only when you leave their reach, not when you move within it, which is what you just did.
Gotcha. Okay, then I'm just going to move to right there and attack with my rapier.
At advantage.
21.
That'll hit.
And I'll infuse it for another 1d6.
Nice.
So 9 total.
Not bad.
Then I guess my Drake is going to chomp on him, give a little bite.
At advantage.
Here, and it's good enough. It didn't give me the option to roll at advantage, but I assume a 21 hits.
It does. That's weird. It should. I swear I specifically did it so it would. Why you do this? It's at the top of the sheet. It's a like. You just look at the top.
Oh,
of
I
the sheet.
see. Gotcha. Yeah. I was anticipating it to ask me after I hit it, like the character sheet does.
Oh, I think that's because you said it the same way Scott does, which isn't how I default set everything. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I will learn. I'll adapt.
It's all good. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. Between you and your Drake, that's like 14 damage. Not bad. He's looking injured, but alive. But I believe that's it for you, yes?
Yes.
Fair enough. Yes, this guy's gonna charge forward. As he does, he draws a dagger from his waist. Now he has a scimitar and a dagger. And he's coming after you, Helena. Scimitar, 23 is a hit, I'm afraid. For 4 slashing. Dagger, 24 is a hit, I'm afraid. 5 piercing. He's just laying into you.
So, for the 5 one, could I assumed that I would be, like, really annoyed with him at that point. So I would try to, like, snap my fingers for the Hellish Rebuke thing.
Oh, you want to cast Hellish Rebuke? Absolutely. If you want to click that. I think it's a dex save. Oh, DC 0. That's not right. You'll have to look at that. What type of save is it? And then I'll see if I can figure out why it rolled 0. It's damage. It's 60 within 60 feet of you. Come on.
Oh, yeah, it's just an automatic hit, isn't it?
Creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
Right.
And 2d10 on a failed save or half on a success. So. Oop. That is a failed save. Okay, so let me see if I can. I mean, you definitely have higher than 8, so it's definitely a failure. So go ahead and roll your 2d10 damage, and then after I get my hair up, I will look at why it's a 0. What's up?
I think it's 3. I'm not sure.
Plus 3.
That's when you cast it with the 2nd level slot. Is it even being cast at the slot right now? No.
It's a once a day racial thing. Let's see.
Where did I read it from?
8 plus proficiency plus charisma, is it?
I'm just gonna do this real quick. 10 fire. Saving throw.
Which I imagine would be like 10 plus your charisma mod.
Damage done. If you click it again, I think it'll pop right.
There we go.
Did not roll the damage though. Weird. Why you do this? Sorry.
Oh,
I probably entered it in weird. I just like read the thing.
Mm-hmm. You're fine. That's weird. It's set to roll as attack, which is supposed to pop it out like that. If I did it. Ah, there it is. Would you like to take the 12 fire damage? Is that acceptable for you?
Yeah.
What, me or the...
Would you like to deal the 12 fire damage to him? Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know. I think it might be because I hadn't closed it yet, so it wasn't changing on yours or something. But yeah, so if you're okay with that, he takes 12 fire. Pretty good. Yeah? Sound good?
I need to lower my health still.
Oh, from the second hit? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes 12. Ouchie. That is the end of his turn, however. Aya, I'm going to give you... failed the death save. Singular. Alright, let's bandit over here. What is that? He's going to have to shoot at Corwin, because Corwin's the closer one. Well, that's questionable. Well, that's who he's shooting at. Excuse me. That's a miss.
No, thank you. I just swat that away.
Sar, you are horse. What shall horse do?
Sarah's horse. As I understand it, is it just these 3?
No.
Or was there another person that had shot Aya?
There are other people that shot Aya, yes.
Would I have any idea where they are? Like, I imagine Oh, of course. I see them now.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay, so what Sar's going to at least first try to do as the big horse that he is, just try to pretend to be a horse and oh, lots of fighting happening. Run away.
Sure, pick a direction.
Oh, what?
Is Ayala on you?
Yes, Aya is on me.
Okay.
Roll a d20 for me.
Oh, and what? Sorry.
Roll a d20 for me.
Yeah. Yep. Oh.
All right, so he's going to take an attack opportunity, just like reactionary. He's like, "Oh God!" and he tries to smack the horse.
Yeah.
Horse. What the heck?
Where are you going? Bam. 16. I think that hits you.
Oh, horse's AC 10.
6 bludgeoning.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the horse hit points, so
Oh, it's not his turn.
that's not going to stop me running away so long as she's still on my back.
That is what I rolled the d20 for. Yeah, she's like, locked in for the moment.
Nice.
So, that was actually only, I was just double checking the speed of a horse.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I'm going to move as a horse. Oh, is it? I think it is. It's like an action or something to de-horsify, isn't it?
Yeah. But if it helps, I think all of your things are a bonus action.
Yes. It depends whether it's like the spell things or the attribute things. It's that sort of deciding
Star
factor.
form is what I was referring to, actually.
Yeah. And I was just sort of clarifying that sort of action thing just for the sake of cure wounds, which wouldn't be possible. Mm-hmm. But yes, upon sort of getting over here, I will de-horsify and go for the chalice form, which once again is the one form that I actually haven't done a doodle of yet, but
you can just go with that one for now.
Yeah. And yes, with chalice form, it is with a bonus action on the turn and subsequent turns. I'm able to do a 1d8 plus wisdom mod within 30 feet to heal.
Mm-hmm.
So
whenever you cast a spell specifically, however, so you have to cast a spell, I believe.
Oh, yes. Oh, I was muddling up with the archer form. Yeah. So yeah, for now I'll just sort of put myself into chalice form, and
that's your action, bonus action, movement. I think that's you.
Yes, that is.
Set up for next time, however.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. If that's it for you.
Yes. Looks like it is.
This guy is gonna turn around and try and bonk Corwin. The 10's not gonna do it, however. So nope on that front. Itella. It's your go. What would you like to do? You are currently a horse.
Yes, I am currently a horse, and this horse has questions.
Ask away.
I ask away. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. Where the people are.
Okay, you got one here. That's the one that just tried to successfully bonk Sar in horse form. You got one there. You got one there, and you got 4 on the ridge over here.
Wow. Okay. As a horse.
As a horse.
I'm going to turn and charge this one.
Give him a good kick.
Yep. The front kick, not the back kick.
Yeah, hit it.
Okay.
You are not bug, so you do not get a bonus from being bug druid.
No, I'm not a bug.
We are in the wrong campaign setting for you to turn into giant bug horse.
Oh, shoot on a stick.
Let's head back to Orelon for that one. I believe you have the...
Just give my brain a second to...
Okay.
I don't think this is going to help me any... Oh, there we go. So... Hooves?
Hooves indeed.
Hooves.
Don't forget to move yourself. That's a hit. Also, if you're going to stay as a horse, I'm going to make you big.
Okay, yes, please.
Click for damage.
Damage. Damage. Okay. Seriously. Go.
Nice.
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 Don't forget to move yourself.
Oh, I thought. Oh.
I just made you big.
To this one?
That's the one you're hitting.
Yep. Okay.
Heck yeah. Hooves to his face.
I was going to heal her, but he took her away, so never mind. I'll do this.
It's fine, I got this.
Come back here. Okay.
All right.
Bravely ran away.
Okay.
All right, this guy up here is now going to shoot at the horse that started attacking someone. Don't forget to subtract it from horse HP, not your own, if you get hit. And attack. I don't think that'll even hit a horse.
Yeah,
No, it misses.
I think that misses everything without a disadvantage or something.
Okay.
Everybody's current AC. Helena, you're next. Don't forget your bonus action thingy if you want to use it to try and get your sneak attack on this guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I think I might need to try that mystery liquid. Am I able to like, back up?
Do you want to back up and use it, or is that what you're asking?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that would work.
Well, I mean, because we have it set in this game to be a bonus action to use a potion, and it's a bonus action for you to back up without getting hit.
Okay.
So, not currently.
Well, I think I'm just gonna down the mystery liquid.
Oh boy. Okay, so there's going to be some rolls here. First of all, give me a Constitution save. Probably fine. Maybe. We'll see.
Uh-oh. That's not high.
Oh.
All right. Roll me 2d4. Nobody knows what's happening. Nobody but me.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, excruciating pain as you start to rapidly grow in size. And not just a little size. Not just a lot of size. But a lot of size. Oh my god. And it does not feel good. You are very, very, very large. Positive note. You get 20 temporary hit points, but you're stunned. That was the failure of the Constitution save. You grew so rapidly, and it just and you're just stuck there. So you don't get to do anything else, but suddenly you're gargantuan. It's like, holy crap. So there you go, that's your turn. No guarantee every one of them will do that, by the way. That is 2 of them used. For any
Hey, we don't know that.
You don't
For
know
all
that.
we know, all of them do that.
True. Two used. Okay, this guy needs to make a decision. Horse started kicking somebody. The person his boss is fighting just grew 3-4 sizes that day.
Choices.
That's a tough one. I feel like he's confident enough in the boss to keep shooting the horse. Whether or not that's a good idea, we'll see. 15, that hits the horse. 7 piercing damage, 2 horse Itella.
Oh, owie.
I think this guy is gonna go shoot the guy over there that's glowing.
I'm sorry. I already forgot the number.
7. because that's not right. 15 to hit Sar.
I'm pretty sure that meets. Yes, it does.
All right, so the damage that you take is 8 piercing.
Oh.
All right, I believe that is it for that guy. So next up is Corwin. As Helena grows 4 sizes out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
Just bolts flying all over the place.
So the people that are shooting the crossbows are up on that.
Mm-hmm.
How high is that?
So it makes them taller than the tree.
Okay.
If that's any help. If you're asking about physically getting up on top to where they are, that's a different conversation.
Okay.
And the answer is you could not make it, even with your dash action.
Right. Okay. And there's no cover anywhere, right? It's not like getting up to a tree would provide.
I mean, if you were
coverage
immediately
like that.
next to the tree and the tree was between you and them, it would provide cover, yes. But you'd have to be, like,
Okay.
immediately next to it or, like, within 5 feet of it to do that.
Okay. There's a guy still alive next to Itella the horse, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself
Okay.
as my bonus action.
Sure.
Let me turn that on. It's concentrating, and then I'm going to, move without triggering a move attack of opportunity over to this person. Well, that's fine. I'm just going to go right there, and I'm going to end up attacking that person, and then the
Sure.
next turn, my Drake will continue to do what he's doing.
Sure.
Um,
Zephyr Strike is the force damage bonus, right?
yeah, if I choose, it's once before the spell ends. It's here.
Yeah, please.
There we go.
Drawing a blank.
So over the
Nice.
next minute, yeah, I could choose to do, but the whole time the whole time I just don't provoke opportunity attack. I'll get an extra 30 feet when I choose to use that, and I'm not going to use that right now, so I'm just going to attack this person with the rapier.
Fair.
18.
An 18 will hit.
Give it 6 damage, and go ahead and infuse that for another 6.
Nice.
Abby with the lightning rapier.
Well, he looks like he's hurting.
Awesome. Then the Drake's gonna go ahead and not move and just bite that dude.
No advantage then.
9.
9's gonna miss, sadly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think that's me.
Alrighty. Alright, the captain is gonna make a wisdom save since someone just grew to the size of a giant in front of him. Yeah, no, I don't think he's gonna even. He's out. He's like, yeah, no, I'm not touching that. Run away! He's gonna go to something he sees as more, probably less threatening until he can gauge the threat of that thing. But that is his movement and dash, so he is now next to Sar and can do nothing.
With that,
Oh, he does
with
pass the...
Helena being stunned, are they able to do a reaction now, or is that still
no.
stun time?
Until... Yeah, until her next turn. The end of her next turn, actually. So she almost effectively loses 2 turns because she got stunned on her own turn, which really sucks. Was she big?
Did it go past the Drake?
Yeah,
Or
that's what I was about to
Drake?
say. Drake gets an attack of opportunity.
Which just bite, right?
Yeah, just a bite.
Yum 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 yum.
That'll hit.
Just a little nibble.
Just a little nibble. Alright. I is making death save number 2.
Not on that one, not on that one, not on that one, not on that one, not on that
That's
one.
a success. So 1 success, 1 failure.
Nice.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna shoot 1 success. 1 failure, so keep track of that. Alright, this guy over here. Shoot the horse! Actually, shoot Corwin, who's stabbing with lightning rapiers. That's not fun. No, that's...
Nope.
Sorry,
Nope.
it's your turn.
Okay. Well, yeah. There's considering Aya is literally just one nat 1 away from being dead. Let me see.
Oh, I meant to kind of yell out to make sure everybody knew getting near a tree would do the disadvantage. I don't know if that's, you know what I mean, to hide her more.
So you would want to shout, take cover behind a tree.
Yeah, get Ayala to cover to, behind a tree. Then
Okay,
You can
so
ignore that.
yeah. What Sar will do just now is cast at 2nd level. Oh, thank goodness, at 2nd level. Cure wounds on Aya.
Sure.
Nice.
And upon her regaining consciousness, Sar will sort of relay that suggestion of get behind the tree there. Not
Sure.
that it's ages until her turn, but
Sure.
and then
Do you do a bonus heal to her because of the chalice?
yes, then there's the chalice, which just at a brief glance around in the heat of combat, is there anyone looking particularly unfortunate to me at the moment?
Well, yeah, absolutely. The gargantuan, the gargantuan Helena, who you can't reach with that because it's 30 feet.
Yeah, that's too
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
Nobody else is
And
looking.
actually, yeah, the
all that
only one
much.
that's close enough is actually the Drake.
Who looks totally fine.
Yeah. I'll.
Well, you could use it. on the-
So actually, I'm going to go ahead and be selfish and do the extra what is it, 1d8 plus 3 on myself,
Nice.
and that's me back to full.
Very
Nice.
nice. All right. If that's it for you, then.
Yeah.
This guy is going to turn around and smack the Drake that's been biting his butt. That's a miss. Alright. Itella, it's your go. You are still horse.
I am still horse. One more time.
I'll give one thing to you. You can move up here to get advantage and try that again.
I'm sorry. Oh,
Up here, yeah.
here. Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah, you can just roll the normal attack again.
Okay. No.
Huh?
Grab the wrong one for a second. There we go.
That will hit.
Nice. Oh,
Nice. Very nice. He's looking real rough now.
Of course, now the back end of the horse is visible to the two on the hill.
And
You
they will
know.
take the pot shots that they need at your posterior.
Solo play.
And crit.
ooh. Ugh.
Okay.
For 13 damage.
So I'm now out of horse form and back to full hit points, right?
Yeah, back to your full hit points. How many hit points does your horse have? Was it 6?
That's all he had left, yeah.
Yeah, so you would take whatever damage is left over, which in this case is 7.
Oh, God, math. Okay.
So you'd be at 34 minus 7.
Yes. Calculator. They're so nice.
Alrighty. That's it for that guy. Given how this worked out, I will give Helena a Constitution saving throw to see if she can escape the stun before the end of her turn. Let's see what you got, Helena. Con save.
Nice.
Acceptable.
Nailed it. So you're sore, you're hurting, but you're absolutely massive, and you now have your full turn. What would you like to do? When you hit things, things will happen. I'll just give you that. So what do you want to do?
So do I have a tiny bow?
No, every bit of your equipment grew with you,
Nice.
which is
Okay.
surprising, but not unwelcome. Hush, puppy.
So
Hush.
sorry. We're feeding him right now, so so I have this guy, this guy.
So 4 guys on the ridge, and then you have the guy that was smacking you way over here. Which, if you wanted to take revenge, you could.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty. Do you want to use your bonus action to try and get use your ability to try and get your sneak attack on him?
Would it work since he's next to him?
Oh, you're right, because he's within 5 feet of him. You already have it. You don't have to use it. Fabulous. No, just make your attack roll with sneak attack. An 11. Let me just look at a thing. Oh yeah, roll a d4 and add it to that.
A D4.
You're basically shooting this man with a ballista right now. 13. Is that sufficient? I am afraid not. So it just bunks into the ground behind him. It's like a bunch of dirt just like shoots up.
Everybody got scared.
Well, now he's very scared now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes. So I'll give it to you. I'll let you know outright. So, because my let's try not to forget. Right now, while you are in this state, you have a +1 d4 to hit, and on a hit, you will do 3d4 additional damage. We'll see how long that lasts, because it's a gamble right now. You don't know. Did you want to move at all? Or are you good where you are?
I think I'll stay here for now.
Fair enough. Alright, this guy. Well, having seen his boss run, I think he's going to switch to shooting at Helena. You scared the boss! What's wrong with you? That 22 is going to hit you. 3 piercing. Don't forget I gave you the 20 temporary hit points on your token.
Oh, okay.
If you click on it,
I was
it's
like, oh no.
in the red. Those are the 20 temporary hit points you got from that concoction. Alright, that's that guy's turn. This guy over here, I think, is going to shoot at the horse-turned half-elf over here. That's Itella. Dunk. That's a 4. That's a miss. Corwin, it's your go.
Let's see. How's the guy right in front of me looking? Is he pretty hurt?
He looks like he wants to go home.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep my Zephyr Strike. I'm not gonna use that this turn, you know, and I'm just gonna keep that concentrating, and I'll go ahead and attack this guy. Do I have advantage since we're pincering him?
Yes.
16
16 will hit.
for 9 damage.
9 damage will do him in.
Nice. And if anybody else, like, my Drake's gonna keep attacking that guy, assuming he's still alive.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
he's still there.
well, actually, I might move now that I think about it.
Yeah, you got your movement.
Which it's actually only 25 because I got short legs. So that's like 10, 20. Actually, I'll come right back to this guy and give my Drake advantage on his bite,
Sure.
which is coming. Ugh. 12?
That will actually hit this guy.
Alright. How about 4? And I don't think he can infuse himself. Infuse his own attack. It's actually, the infusion is for a weapon. Yeah, with a weapon attack. So if somebody else now deals a weapon attack for the rest of this turn, I can infuse that for an extra 1d6.
I think he technically could, just by the way the rules work, because they're kind of weird with classifications. I really think he could, and I don't think it would make sense if he couldn't. It's his own bite, you know?
Oh, so, if you want me to okay, I'll add 6 to this if the guy's not dead.
Yeah, he's not dead.
Okay, how about 1 more?
Alrighty, that's it for the Drake then. The captain's gonna go ahead and make his 2 attacks on Sar here. I think they both hit, actually.
A hit and a crit.
Just a little bit. Did you want that healing you just got? Because it's gone now. That's, what, 14 damage in total?
Yeah.
Alright, I think at this point, considering I don't remember her grabbing the crossbow or anything, it's Aya's turn. She's just going to dash behind this tree and hunker down and take the dodge action just in case. Sorry, it is your turn, but apologies. I need to hop up for a second. So, if you weren't ready...
Yes. Gives me a moment to actually just... Oh. Oh, how far is she? Oh, you had to be a little bit too close, didn't you? Part of me is tempted to just keep cure woundsing myself and just sort of be a slash sponge of just trying to just keep this guy busy with just slicing at me.
Yeah. Can't you heal off of an offensive spell too? Like any spell you cast, you can.
I think. Hold on, let me. There we go. A spell slot that restores hit points to a creature.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it does have to be specifically a healing spell.
Right.
Or like, I guess something like Vampiric Touch would do the job as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's like 3 different things I want to do right now. Like, one of the things is to like put a fog cloud right up here.
Mm-hmm.
Stop these folk from just being able to take all the pot shots they want.
Yeah.
One of them is to heal myself because that literally like over halved my health.
Yeah.
And the other is
Okay.
to actually do some return offense.
Let's try that. So what you doing?
Oh god. I've got like 3 to 4 things that I want to do, and all of them, depending on how things go, could wind up being the wrong decision. Simply due to that crit hit just then, and because Aya is like right behind me still.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad that wouldn't trigger off.
Okay, I'm gonna
drinking
go.
potion.
I'm gonna go for this. I'm going to.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm changing my mind constantly. That, or that, because I'm not gonna do that. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to. Kill wounds myself.
Sure.
With the extra on myself as well.
Nice.
That'll fully heal you then.
Yeah. Oh
Back
my
to full.
goodness, this is so ridiculous. Oh, and no, that's overhealed me. There we go. Yeah, if Aya wasn't there behind me right now, I'd have done one of 2 other things. If that chap wasn't there right now, I'd have done a 3rd different thing.
Well, done now.
Yep, indeed.
All right, we're on over to the guy who is apparently smacking the Drake. We're not a fan of that. 12.
Nope.
Itella, it's your go then. What do you want to do?
Sorry. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
So I'm not a horse anymore?
No, you are now you. Oh, sorry, that means you're smaller.
Yeah, I'm not. Thank you. I'm like, what? I'm not a horse anymore. Okay. Who is injured?
At a cursory glance, mostly just Helena, who's very large and glowing with this like strange magical energy.
What
ballistic
about
energy.
our ward?
Pardon?
Oh, she's behind the tree and so.
Yeah, so I guess
all
the
the way
question.
over there. I don't know that I can heal her from here,
Don't know.
but I don't like that she's alone.
In that instance, is you know what? Do you? What you doing?
But I don't like that she's alone. But I don't think I can move and heal her.
Well, we'll check the distance. 50 feet, no. Is healing the option that you want to pick when you've got so many things that will just take those
I'm
hit points
aware.
right down?
I'm running through my
tug of
options
war.
aloud.
Stop it, I want those hit points. Stop it.
So. Well, wow. 3 of them over there. Really? I can only see 2. But okay.
4.
Oh, now I see 3.
4. That's 4.
Holy crud on a stick. You know what happens when you use the rolly button on your mouse?
Oh.
I keep forgetting about it. Okay.
There's so many options. So many options. Too many options.
I'm going to guess that she's probably shooting at this one. Now I'm really into, working left to right. So we're going to go to this one.
There. Don't do it.
What?
What are you gonna do?
I thought you were telling me no.
I had a thought of what you might do, and I said don't do it. I don't know what you're actually doing. That's not what I thought you were gonna do. Don't
And
forget.
I missed.
Don't. As a reminder, beam missile is auto hit, and it's 2 missiles at one or different guys.
Oh, 2 at 1.
2 on the same guy. All right.
Yes.
Roll your second missile then. Max damage and disadvantage.
Too bad
on
I'm not playing
things. So that one up north has disadvantage on attack rolls. Let's remember that, as well as a bunch of other stuff that doesn't apply to him. As these bees they're like buzzing around him, like stinging him.
Okay.
Oh god, get off me! You're so annoying. Well, they saw you do that, so this guy who had previously been shooting at you as a horse is now going to shoot at you as not a horse.
Well, I'm pretty sure he saw me change, so, you know.
True. 20. Ow. 3 piercing to Itella. Alright, Helena, would you like to make that attempt again? You want to try and shoot at that guy?
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can hit him this time.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Don't even need the extra d4. So roll your damage with sneak attack. Then roll 3d4. Not too bad. It's 21 damage. It hurt. You feel yourself sort of like... Sorry, what?
Which one? Which one just got shot?
Next to Sar.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
the captain over here.
Nice.
You do feel yourself like starting to get a bit nauseous. You know, like, oh, this doesn't feel right. Alright. Unless you want to move, I think that's it for you.
Yeah, I think I'll stick here for a little bit longer.
Comfy.
Fair enough. Alright. This guy down to the south is going to take a pot shot at Helena. 20 is going to hit for 3 piercing on the temporary health. Next up. This guy, second to bottom. I think those are the 2 guys. Nope, this could... Excuse me. That was not English. This guy was shooting at Corwin. But he kept missing. Oh, he continues to miss. Corwin.
Too swift. Alright. Can I discern at all if the guy that's between me and my Drake is looking bad or just, you know, I know he's been hit a few times.
Just at a cursory glance, he's injured but not dying.
And the other guy next to Sar? Worse? Better?
Comparatively worse. You know, more injured, if you will.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and attack the guy with the rapier right to the south of me.
Sure.
And I think that gets advantage again. 15.
15 hits.
And we'll do 10 damage,
Nice.
which I can infuse.
Solid amount.
So we'll do 1d6 extra. So 3 more, so 13 total.
Oh, he's looking real bad now. Oops.
And before Corwin is done, I'm gonna go ahead and move down here
Okay.
and avoid opportunity because I got the Zephyr Strike.
Fair enough.
And I think that's it for Corwin. So then the Drake is gonna try to bite. The guy's still alive, right?
Yeah. He's looking
Okay.
real rough, but he's alive.
Oh, no, just normal, no advantage. 12?
12 hits.
Nice.
Yeah, these club guys don't have great
Chomp.
armor. That'll drop him.
6. Yeah.
That does indeed drop him. Alrighty. If that's it for you, and Drake.
Can the Drake move now? Right? Or
I mean, technically, you haven't changed its orders, right?
oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
So you got to use your bonus action on your next turn
Yeah.
to change its orders. Yeah. So the captain is going to lay into Sar again. Kill the glowing man. Sorry about the flash stream. I don't know why I decided to do that.
I'm just channeling my best, like, Wolverine, just not actually no. It would be more Deadpool, just letting the damage happen and just healing up.
Right. 5 slashing, and that's it for you this time. No more damage to you. She is going to continue to hide behind a tree and take the dodge action because she stated last time she's not cut out for fighting.
Yeah.
Alright. Expand it over here. Has disadvantage on attack rolls and is going to shoot at the one who shot missiles at him. That is an 11. It's going to miss you, Itella. Which means it's Sar's turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. This time, I think what I'm actually going to do is, hold on, let me double check the description. Oh, by the way, yeah, how high up is this cliff here?
The cliff, it sort of varies, right?
Yeah.
Sort
Sort of how far, I'll say, how high off the ground are most of these individuals?
They're like feet are about 20 feet up. The lowest point is actually right here, if you can see where my arrow is.
Yeah.
Which is it's I think you can see it on the map, right? Like it's like a 5-foot step from the ground, and then another 5 foot, and then you have to climb 10 foot up, kind of thing.
Okay.
So that's like the lowest point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually just going to be more simple and just pull out my quarterstaff and just go for a bonk.
Just while glowing, pull up the quarterstaff.
Like just a good two-handed bonk.
Roll that attack. That'll hit.
Nice.
For 9. Not too bad.
And yeah, that is actually, yeah, that's going to be it.
Awesome.
Just double checking that none of these are bonus. No.
All right. If that's it for you, Sar, Itella, you are next. What would you like to do?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay. Well.
So many choices.
Yeah, really. Actually.
What you want to do?
Everything is like with 30 foot or less, except one. And I'm not in a position to use it night
Like
really
properly.
strategically.
Well, I mean, there are options.
Oh, I know. I have options. I just. How much damage does that do? That does. Ooh. Yep. Okay. So the one that I hit before, how is he doing?
He's looking pretty rough.
Pretty rough, like, oh, I got 10 hit points left, or pretty rough, like, half of my hit points are gone.
Well, I'll give you this. If he only had half his hit points gone, I would say injured. Not rough. Rough is like the next step.
Okay.
Maybe half of that.
So, gosh. And I can only move how far? And do something?
Your movement speed, which I think is 30 feet right now.
That's not going to work either. Okay. Well, shoot. They're in such a nice line, but I'm not in the right position to shoot the line.
If it helps, you could fly. I'll give you that hint. You did it in the tree last time. That would take like 2 or 3 turns to set up, but these guys aren't going to be dead in 2-3 turns unless everything changes. You know, so you could just turn into a bee and fly to the one end of them and turn back on whatever applicable turn.
Can I turn back and then do what I want to do? Because I would like to go to here.
No, it's an action to turn. That's why it's like a two or three turn setup, right? Because you have to turn into a bee right now, fly your 20 feet. On the next turn, fly your 40 feet. And then on the turn after that, transform back. And on the turn after that, use your spell. Or it's probably faster and easier just to use your movement to run over here, dash to get up here, and then next turn shoot at them with the spell.
I think that's what I will do.
You'll be a prime target next turn, but you can do that.
Because I want to get to here.
You can do that. It'll take all of your movement and your dash, your action to dash.
Yep. Okay. Got it. Maybe I'll leave that alone.
Cool.
Okay.
You've now set yourself up for next time.
Yes, I have.
And made yourself the target for all of them. No, I actually don't think that's the case. The two right closest to you are definitely going to shoot at you. The other two, one was already shooting at you, and the other one was shooting at Corwin. And I don't see why he'd stop. You're literally like 40 feet away from him.
Yes, but he has to shoot. Well, he could move over 5 feet and shoot.
First number. He keeps missing Corwin. I think it's like it's that thing where you keep trying something. You're like, come on, I can do this, and you just keep trying and trying, and now it's probably going to get him killed.
Bring it on.
All right. Next up is Helena. What you want to do?
So I'm gonna shoot that guy again, but I think I'm gonna move after.
Sure. That will hit. Did someone just turn on a fan? Don't know. Don't forget your 3d4.
Is it my headphones again?
No, it's not. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I think it's a different sound. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
How many D4?
3d4.
3D4.
You get some. Ooh. God. Just thunk, and this guy's like impaled with this giant arrow, and he's like hanging dead on it. Oh my god.
Nice.
So you said you wanted to move. Where would you like to move before you move?
Am I able to move right in front of those guys? And, like, how high up is it? Would they see me?
They definitely see you. Everyone sees you.
Okay.
I think you, if you, I mean, I'll just give it to you so that like it's really simple and you can change your plan based on this sentence. As you start to like walk in a direction, you notice you're much slower than you were before. Much slower. Your movement speed is 10 feet while you are this size.
Oh, okay. So
You can take 2 steps and then you're like, oh, that's exhausting.
So how far towards the rocks could I go?
So based on where you currently are, you could go from where you are to there.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How
As
tall
you're
is-
you're noticeably slower. You're progressively getting more and more nauseous. Like as you move and as you start to do stuff more, you get more nauseous. Like every time you do a thing, it's
Oh no.
you're feeling side effects already, and it's been like 12 seconds. 20 seconds closer, but still. All right, this guy closest to Itella, I think. Until he has to, he's not going to switch weapons, so he's just going to shoot you probably one more time. 18 is a hit on you. That's, oh my god, a lot. 8 piercing. I'm so glad you're a very tanky druid. So 8 piercing on Itella, and then it's this guy. Also shooting. That's hard. Incredibly giant person that just killed his boss is coming towards him. I think that's what he's shooting at. 20 on Helena again for 3 piercing. That's the same. That's like the last three turns. 20 and 3. Next up is Corwin. What do you want to do? Wait, there we go.
I'm just curious, how tall is Helena in this state? Just for perspective.
25 feet tall, give or take.
Wow. So, okay.
Wow.
Corin basically looks at the corpse in front of him, and I know this is all in 6 seconds, so just kind of says, well, now I've seen everything. And starts to, like, how fast, I'm going to switch from my rapier to the bow, and with that, how far can I go? And take an attack, or how far can I go without taking an attack? 25 movement.
If you use the dash action, you can go 50. Otherwise, you'll do 25. And then you'd have to drop your rapier and your shield, and then draw the bow as a part of the attack action.
Okay, I mean, I can generally sort of drop my stuff here and start moving and pull my bow out and dash. So that's 50, right? It's double.
Well, sadly, because of the way that it works, the way that the mechanics are set up,
just pulling out the weapon counts as an action.
Yeah, so you'd have to do it as part of an attack.
Okay,
in order to
so
get it for cheaper, so to speak.
Gotcha. Does that mean I could dash then pull it out and attack?
No, because dash is an action unless you're a rogue or a goblin.
Gotcha. Okay.
Something else, but those are what I remember right now.
So ultimately, I think that's like 25 feet, which is as far as I can go and attack.
Yes.
Can I reach anybody here? Can I reach all of them?
If you're trying to shoot somebody, yeah, you can.
With a longbow? Okay.
Yeah.
The one that's already been hit, I think he's the most northern one.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attack him. So I guess let me actually adjust something, take off my shield, my rapier, put the longbow on, and then I'm gonna shoot him with the longbow. 20.
That'll hit.
10 damage. And I'll infuse it.
Cool.
Just in case. I mean, he's still within range, yes, so he can see me, so... One more.
That will finish that one off. So that one's down.
Oh, nice. Awesome. I think that's me.
Alrighty, then it's the Drake's go. New orders for the Drake?
Yeah, I would order him to attack, I suppose, the closest one. And so, the southernmost one.
Okay.
How far can he go? He can go 45, so that's like 10, 20, 30, 40. So, well, he can only go 45, right? Without dashing.
Yeah, so he'd go 45 and then have to take the dash action to go the last 15. To get, like, there. Or whatever.
Is it worth it, or should I just go there and finish?
It's up to you. If you stay where you are, there's no chance it can, like, the guy can attack you, right? So you're safe. But if you go, that guy might drop his weapon and pull out a melee weapon, right?
Actually, you know what? I mean, I told him to attack him. I think he's going to dash and just get as close as he can. Mm-hmm. And I don't know exactly whether... I think he might even put himself... He wouldn't want to get in the way of Itella, but you know what I mean? Like, I would definitely... If my intention is in the order, he's going there to be tanky. So, either way, he's going to get in there in the best position.
Sure.
It makes sense for him, but I don't think he can attack this turn, right?
No.
Because he had dash, so okay.
No, Yep.
I think I'm done.
Sounds good. Alright, Aya is going to continue her hiding, basically. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, Tsar is going to go ahead and on that chap, the third one, going to cast Guiding Bolt.
That's a miss.
For a nasty miss.
The rocks are glowing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
And then yes, going to move 30 foot up this way.
Alrighty. Okay, Itella then. It's your go. You're muted.
Doggone it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see if this spell works the way I want it to. Ready?
Alright, Piercing Spike. Let's hit spell description real quick. You conjure a spike of magical stone and hurl it at a target within 100 feet of you. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 46 piercing damage, and the spike continues. If there is another target within range behind the initial target, make an attack against that creature. On a hit, it deal 3d6, and the spike continues. If there is another creature within range behind the second target, make a ranged attack against the target. This continues, reducing the damage by 1 die until the attack would deal no damage, or the spike has traveled 100 feet, which will let you hit all of them in theory. That first one's definitely a hit, so roll your damage. You'll have to roll it manually after this, but the first one should be the right damage. For the visual, it's like...
At what level?
Up to you, obviously. Well, it's second level. Do you guys even have third level spells yet? I don't think so.
I don't.
No, I don't. You're right.
Alright, 19. That will kill the guy. So if you click it again, it should roll the attack again. That's the damage. You're trying to roll the attack again. So you gotta click it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's a hit. So roll 3d6 instead of 4d6. And it's like a sharp rock spike tearing holes through these guys. Just like thunk through the first guy, thunk through the second. Well, it didn't kill the second guy, but it continues on to the third guy. Roll to hit. An 8. It misses the last guy. Hey, you killed a guy, you nearly killed another. It's not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Heck yeah. Alright, they shooting at you. 14, I think, misses you, Itella.
I'm sorry, a what?
14.
14. That would be a miss.
Alrighty, next person is Helena. They're all within range of your bow, if you'd like to shoot at them.
Yeah. I have the turn order in the way. So I think I'm gonna use that thing, whichever one it is. Insightful fighting, I think.
Oh yeah, bonus action to try and get your sneak attack when they're alone. Bonus action, wisdom, insight check, contested against their charisma, deception. Okay, so it's just a charisma check for him. Bam. Do your insight.
Insight?
Yeah. See if you get it. You got it. You which one is it? The top or the bottom one? So that guy or this guy?
This guy.
So the guy with the hole ripped through his stomach. Got it. Aim for that hole. Maybe not. Okay. You have your sneak attack. Go ahead and make an attack. You do have a D4. I will remind you. You haven't needed it for a while, but you do have it for the moment. So if you want to roll that, see if you hit. That'll be a miss.
Right through the hole.
Yeah, just as your turn comes to an end, roll me a Constitution save. All right, that's a failure. You like feel like you're gonna throw up, and you reduce in size by 1. Just next up is this bandit right here. Just like the giant arrow just like screams past him, and he's like, and he's gonna shoot at you now. Actually, I think he shot at you last time. I don't remember anymore. Miss. Like he shoots just as you shrink in size.
Yes, they did last time.
I gotcha. Corwin. What you want to do? I saw you move, but what do you want to do?
If you're speaking, we can't hear you.
Sorry, that's the first time I've done that actually. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the guy, the southern one, that dude.
And hit him.
15.
Yeah, 15 will hit.
For 9.
That'll finish him off.
And right on.
I feel like you said them. I feel like when you sent your Drake up, you said you're like, kill them or whatever you said. As in, I don't feel like it was a specific guy. Am I mistaken?
I mean, all things considered, I have a bonus action right now, so I could, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like
fair
I haven't,
enough.
so I can just tell him to attack. And I don't think there's anything else. I could use it to trigger the Zephyr Strike, but that's not going to help me. So,
No.
just, yeah, that's it for Corwin. I'm going to tell the Drake to come up and attack the next guy. And 11.
11 misses.
Yeah. All right, that's me.
I is continuing with her thing. Sar.
Okay, let's it's actually the same one. Let's try and hit them with that guiding bolt again. A 12, probably not.
That'll do it. That is.
Oh, that hits.
That is the meat. The meat you were looking for.
And yeah, that was just first. Oh gosh.
Nice.
You blast him, leaving a glowing corpse.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
That's everybody, right?
Yeah, that's all of them.
Yeah.
Over
Great
the coming,
comeback.
not even minutes. Over the coming moments, you grow increasingly more nauseous, Helena, as you have been pretty much for the last 30 seconds. Eventually, to the point where you vomit and then shrink all the way back down to your normal size.
Please turn away from me.
Yeah.
Give me one final Constitution save.
Corwin stands back.
10. All right, you are poisoned for 1 hour.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh no.
But you also lose all those temporary hit points. I'm afraid they're just gone now that you shrank down.
And yeah, so because Helena's looking pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
So we'll do all of this 12 healing.
Nice.
Thank.
Do you guys want to try and flip the cart and make it usable? It's an intact cart. It's not even damaged. It's just on its side.
Sure, I'm actually going to go around and just check all of the corpses for anything valuable. If it's mundane stuff, I'm going to leave it there. If it's valuable, I'll grab it and bring it back to the party.
I'll give you, between the whole lot of them, you found 17 gold. Other than that,
Nice.
It's just their weapons.
Okay. I'll just throw it on the top of all the rest of the gold. Honestly.
Yeah. And while he was doing that, Sal would have been focusing on sort of trying to work out how usable this cart is.
Yeah, you're looking at it. It's there's no real damage to it at all. It definitely appears like the cart they use, right? And they just flipped it over to sort of be a distraction. Although what you will note that is interesting is you don't really see any horses around, so you're not sure what that's about.
So, this is the cart they use to bring the loot home, huh?
Yeah. At the moment, it's just got a bunch of empty barrels in it. Like, they expected to fill it up with loot. Maybe. Possibly.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to do something weird.
Mm.
I'm just going to whistle and see if any horses come. Why not?
Yeah.
Well done.
Well-
You nailed it. 2 horses come. 2 clearly well-trained horses that were set off, in the distance to wait for
Nice.
being called. You found the horses you didn't see.
Nice.
I imagine you're just like...
My only thought is, good, I don't have to
Sal
drive
will
the
look
cart.
very obviously so pleased. I don't need to be a horse again.
Absolutely. For sure. Yeah. You guys flip the cart. It's really not that much effort. You guys can flip it, no problem. If you want to take the empty barrels with you and hook it up to these 2 horses, which are clearly well-trained horses. That you
Oh yeah,
murdered
cart,
people and
not
stole,
barrels.
technically. If you want the barrels.
Sal was immediately emptying his bedroll of gold so that he can get his bedroll back into the barrels.
That's totally fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys, you flip the cart, do you put the gold in the barrels? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Fill up the two of the barrels with the gold, maybe three. I don't know. Hitch the horses and continue on your way. Now you've actually reached a point where you don't even have to worry about the pause, the short rest issue with
Right.
the druids, and you guys can continue onward.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Which over the entire rest of the day, the like 3-4 hours you guys had, 3 hours you guys had left of day's travel, you guys can push on without any real issue. And you guys can take your long rest. And we're gonna sort of just zip through from this point, and you guys take your long rest undisturbed. You guys are befriending the new horses, just letting them eat the grass or whatever, right? You take your long rest, and you come together the next day. You guys are less than 4 hours out, 5 hours out. That's not right. Sorry. Effectively, you guys will get there roughly on time. If you guys just head there with the cart now, which I assume you're doing, and you guys, I think we'll just zip through all of that, and you guys arrive at Miner's Folly. But without getting too much into any of that, I think we're going to go ahead and take our break here. And hopefully we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Though, just as a forewarning for stream folks, we may have to cut it short. We'll see what happens. But hopefully we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Get your foods, get your drinks, get everything you need, use your restrooms and so on. And we'll see y'all in 10:15. Enjoy the music. Oops, wrong. There we go. That's the one.
Splendid.
I'm gonna grab a bite to eat and see if it helps.
So in the begin, oh, you guys are leaving.
More stretching right now, but yeah.
Well, just in the beginning when I was skimming my sheet, I thought that my fishing kit said fishing tickle kit. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was thinking about switching up and taking shape water and using that to help me fish.
Oh, I could see that, yeah.
We were talking about either, because you can use shape water to basically lift a 5-foot cube of water out of the body of water, and if a fish would just stay in it, you could literally fish without a rod.
Yeah.
But you can also freeze the surface in a 5-foot cube instantaneously, and then do the next one and walk, and you can do 2 at a time. So
yeah, I've seen the sort of like really neat utility sort of things that with creative thought you can do with shape water.
Yeah.
Even with like the thought of like fishing with shape water, you can sort of change the flow of water, like not even just sort of like a longer path, like it can be sort of like up through the air and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which I'm just picturing like fish sort of going with the flow of the stream and just flopping themselves onto the ground as they
yeah, it wouldn't, it'd kind of be just flavor, but I mean, could be a way of like boosting the the amount you catch or something.
Absolutely, I can see that. Are you back shortly? Hello again.
Welcome back.
Alrighty, y'all. Sadly, it looks like we're going to have to end here a bit earlier than intended. We are definitely hoping to be back next week without any interruptions or anything. Yeah, so it looks like we'll be dealing with all that stuff next week. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and we will catch you next time. Bye.